Let's see who's at the table. Okay. Interesting pack. The rare is not insane, but it's a very playable card. Our lesson slot is not great. There are no particularly good learn cards in this pack. I think second pick for me would probably be Mortality Spear. That's a 2-color card. I'd rather stay away from those this early on in the draft. So yeah, Callous Bloodmage, fine pickup I think. Very reasonable card. 3 mana 2/1, draw a card, lose a life is very good. Sometimes the other modes are just okay as well. Yeah, so overall, Bloodmage for me, single colored card. Let's see what pack 2 brings us. Okay, so the rare is still in here. The lesson is gone. Seems like pack 1 was a lesson. Flameskull Celebrant is a reasonable card. There's also a Divide by Zero here. Also a Lorette, but that would put me Silver Coil. I think I prefer Divide by Zero over Celebrant. Both don't go well with my Blood Mage. Mage Duel I could pick up. Quickly checking how high people are currently on Divide by Zero. Pretty good card. Like people are high on it, but how high? Like B level high. Okay. Level high is good. B level high is good enough to pick it here. So that gives me 2 cards, both fine playables that probably won't end up in the same deck, but they're nice pickups whatsoever. Okay, another pack. What do we see here? We can pick the Onslaught to go with the Blood Mage. Not really a blue card here that I want. Pledge Mage would go both with the Blood Mage, of course. Black. Also go with the Divide by Zero in the Quandrix deck. I think Confront the Past is not good. I think I'm not willing to go off both to pick up Excavation here. So I think it's either Onslaught or Blood Researcher for me here. And I'm leaning Onslaught because that's a card that I could also use in Silver Coil deck, for example. Well, that is pretty hard with Blood Researcher. So picking up the Onslaught here, not insanely happy about it, but it's a fine pickup. That's a very late Fractal Summoning. Very late Fractal Summoning. There's also a Barry in the books here, another Chronolix Compass. No good black cards to speak about. Study Break is these, but I think I'm on the Summoning here. That's a very flexible card. I can play it if I end up Witherbloom. I can play it if I end up Quandrix or Smari. It's just the best card overall here. Ooh, okay. Couple cards I like here. Think I'm the highest on Burying Books. I'm higher on Burying Books than on Serpentine Curve. Burying Books goes really nicely with both my Fractal Summoning and my Divide by Zero. Willing Ingredient is a fine card, but I don't think it's as good as Burying Books. Former Professor here, which I would like, of course, if I'm drafting Silver Coil, but I think just stick with picking the best card in the pack here, and that is definitely Burying Books. So I'll pick that up. Also a Spirit Summoning here, I should not dismiss. Okay, no real good blue card in this pack. Aerialist is something to write home about. Don't like history, so I could pick up the ingredient here to go, so then I have 3 blue cards, 3 black cards basically. I can be whatever at that point. And also pick up the colony here. It's a grade 2 for my Quandrix deck. It's a fine 2 for a Witherbloom deck. 3 Witherbloom gold cards is pretty insane here. I think it's ingredient or colony. Oh, I picked colony. Okay. Ooh, pick 7 Celebrant is very late. There's also another colony here. But I'm pretty sure that Celebrant is best card here. Not insane. It's not insane. I'll stick with the colony. Stick with the colony. This is not the greatest pack. Could pick up Arrogant Poet for a Silver Coil deck. I can also pick Assistant to stay open. Could also pick up the Pledge Mage. Wondering what I'd rather have in black deck. I think in most black decks I'd rather have the Pledge Mage. I'll pick up the Pledge Mage. Now I hope to start seeing what's open. Pick 9 Bot Researcher is late. Was quite a lot in this pack if I remember correctly, right? Yeah, there were quite some Bulgari cards in this pack, so that doesn't really say a lot. I think I'm picking up Cram Session here. It goes both nice with my black and with my green cards. Okay, so 2 blue cards, 2 green cards here. None of them like really interesting. Pick up Essence and go with my black cards. Like I hope to not play any of these Quandrix cards on it. I can take this for the sideboard. Extra lesson. None of these are great. I think the Excavation is way too late here, but don't think I can play that. I'll pick up the Vortex Runner, but hope to not play it. I think it's one of those Vortex Runners. I'll pick up the Study Break. It's by far the best card here. The Summoning. Yes, please. Okay, so I have a Silver Coil pile. And I have a Quandrix pile. Interesting. Silver Coil pile, Quandrix pile. Lightning Helix is a very good card, but I can't pick it up here. Introduction to Prophecy, not worth picking up. Need to make a decision between these. Lightning Helix is sick. Somebody is going to get rewarded with that one. I think best Silver Coil card here is probably the Owlin Shield Mage. I'm not picking that over Eureka Moment. I don't think Appreciation is that good. I think I'd rather have Eureka Moment. So Eureka Moment for the Quandrix deck. Okay, guess I'm trying to draft Quandrix here. Or got the choice between the Size of Denial and Zimone. Size of Denial and Zimone here. I think it's the Size of Denial. Not that big on Zimone. Just checking quickly what other people think of this. See that most people have them in a similar grade category, like C+. Both are not insane cards, but I think I like the size of Denial more than Zimone. I'm not sure. Not sure. Let's go with Zimone. Zimone is the highest upside, I would think. Ooh, a Killian and a Dina. That's brutal. And no good Quandrix cards to talk about, so I think I'll pick up the Killian here for my my Silver Coil pile. Again, no lesson. I could go Lash of Malice. Maybe go like a Sultile pile or something. Could also pick the Dina in that case. I'll rather have the Killian for my Silver Coil pile. Okay, Quandrix seems pretty closed off from that side. Think I'll take the summoning. Squad, the Campus, and Defiant Strike are all decent Silver Coil cards, but I think the Elemental Summoning is just the best card in the pack. Again, no great green cards. Curate is okay. I think best cards in the pack here are the Professor and the Study Break. Also an Elemental Masterpiece that I could pick up. Problem is, like, we're halfway pack 2 and I have 0 field researches. I think I'm on Professor here. I honestly hope to be able to... Ooh, a field trip. Yes, sir. Yes, yes, yes. And I think I'm going to draft Quandrix from now on. I needed that one field trip to feel secure. Yeah, it's sad of these 7 picks, but I think I can still make playables, and I already have 2 decent lessons for the deck. So far it's a bit of a train wreck. Onrix Pledge Mage, yeah, let's go. Also a Burian Books and an Elemental Summoning. This is close. Sure what to take here. Even sure what to take here. I have a Cram Session and I have 3 learn cards already. I can definitely use the summon. Come on, the summon. I think I'll try to get a lot of lesson learns. Hey, yeah, hey Marnik. Sorry, I just noticed you. I had my 17 lands rating thingy up. If I close this, it should be a lot better. Can even put on an extra light. Go. Ooh, need a debate. I could splash red. What is this card? You draw X cards. Okay. So a nice draw spell, but I think I'm on heated debate here. Try to splash the red. Yeah, probably Marnik. That was probably the safer pick. What did I pick over it? What did I pick over it again? Not entirely sure anymore. I think it's the introduction. It's quite a mediocre pack. I'm happy to pick up another lesson here. Simone. We've taken the 5/5 over Simone. Okay. I think I'm splashing. Can I splash that? I don't think so, right? But it's by far the best card in the pack. Don't think I can splash it though. No, that's an unreasonable splash, I would say. Is Whirlwind Denial here? Side, I'll pick the best card in the pack. Don't need a Whirlwind Denial. Really happy with how everything is going here. Think I'll pick the Spined Karok. Maybe I need the playable. Pick the Strike. Could also take the Reject. Hope to not play it, but I'll take it. No, indeed, if I can't splash Helix, then I can definitely not splash the best color, that is correct. Hope to not play this. Okay, we need a lot from this pack, holy shit. This is not looking good. Blood out of the sky is a bomb. Is there a way I still end up? Alright. Don't think there's a way I still end up silver coil. 4-color good stuff, yeah. So far I don't have the mana base for that. Could pick up the Mage Duel. It's a fine card. Come on, Mage Duel here. I can also pick up the Inspiration. That's a great card. And I was splashing red anyway. Yeah, I'll do that. Wow. Not the cleanest draft so far. Honestly not sure what to pick here. Probably the Masterpiece. Can also see it being Test of Talents. Yeah, I think it's Test of Talents. It is mana fixing, but it's very bad mana fixing though. And it's a splash card in itself, of course. I think I'll go Test of Talents, I like it. Ooh, wow, that's a gift. Yes, please. Oh, and an Apprentice. I think I gotta take the Apprentice, given the low amount of playables I have. Wow, sick pack. Mage Duel as well. I have to take the Apprentice and hope to get there. Serpentine Curve. Yes, please. Also an Opt. Hope to not play this. Yeah, Apprentice, huh? Conjuration is not a bad card, but I think I have to watch my main deck here. I'm on the curve over the Symmetrist. They're both good though. They're both very good. It's a big creature, but this is going to allow my my fractals to have trample. I'm on Symmetrist here over the curve. A Ruta, but there's also a fractal summoning. Wow, what is the Ruta doing here? A close one for me. I mean, Ruta is broken. 18 cards, of which 4 are already sideboard cards. That will be 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 14 cards in my main deck so far. Main deck 1, no, we're not main decking summonings. That is something that I do not do. Or I rather do not. Wow, this deck. This deck. Guess it's the land here or something? Counter spell. Expanded anatomy, wow. Think it's Leyline Invocation though. Really like the compass for the mana base. But I need playables. But also not mind the anatomy. Yeah, counter spell is very good, Marnik, I know. Very good. Another colony, there's also a pop quiz. The Dina, pick 8. I'll take the 2-drop here. Mage, a colony. Guess it's another colony. Can't have too many colonies. Here it is the masterpiece. Wow. Another pest color so late. Insane. Card do here. World is so open. Do you play another mastery here? Good. You should go like 18 lands, monstrosity, something. Probably that's what we need. 18 lands, hope for the best. Guess that would be the fitting name for the deck. Land is a gift. Probably not playing this one though. 10, 16, 17. So I probably take an 18 land. Yeah, the lucky compass. I could also just board in these two. Just use these as 2 mana, make a white, and then get them back with a pest color. Would be reasonable. Don't have a cramps and environmental sciences though. 6 green sources right now. 5 red, 5 blue, white. Can't play the deck like this. There's no way. Let's play a reject. Let's board out these. Maybe a Carrack. Just as a nice blocker. Try to stay alive. Yeah, let's do it like this. 6 red, 6 green, 6 blue. I don't think I need that many red sources though. Okay. Was not looking forward to train wreck a draft, but here I am. It's not looking good for our hero. It is not. 5, 6, 5, 7. I think the mana base is best we can do here. Let's go. It is not looking good for our hero. Oh oh. Yeah, sometimes you train wreck one. Definitely happens. Well, we are a teamer deck, and basically you start 2 steps ahead when you play teamer in this format. They told me so. Okay, that's a jam keep. Smari, Forest, Apprentice, and then turn 3 we'll run out the Cram Session. Pick up one of the 5-drop spells, the 5 mana 4/4s. It's a very reasonable hand. Very reasonable hand. Just one? Yeah. Oh, don't kill my Quanrix Apprentice. No, opponent. Don't. Okay, that's totally reasonable. I'll accept your terms. We can run out the island here, play the Cram Session. Cast or copy. This triggers. We'll try to find a land. Then we get the elemental summoning to start things off with. Like a 4/4 is nice. Play the island out. I don't attack. blocks, kind sir. Interesting card to run in a Prismari deck. Given the amount of mana that I currently have, I'm not going to use this. I mean 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. We already have the mana, so 3 turns we're going to resolve this. I like to use this one defensively. Go. Okay, opponent has 4 mana up. I'm not blocking that. I could just bounce it, right? I think I should just bounce that. Not a lot of value in bouncing it right now though. Only gaining 2. Value is that I get an apprentice trigger. That's the value basically. I think I'm not using it here. Maybe it's greedy though. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's about the worth. It's more about, do I need to do this to stay alive, and do I want the apprentice trigger? Like, it was not only bouncing this, right? It was also getting the apprentice trigger. Just thinning my deck, drawing a card basically. Not sure whether it was correct to hold there, but luckily I can still use it on turn 6, and then I have Masterpiece for turn 7. Okay, kills it, and now I take 9, go down to 11. It's not great, but it's not 0. Okay, that's an impressive card. My opponent saw this land, so I'm probably just running it out. And this turn I can use this and books in the same turn, right? Yeah. I think I'm going to pass. But to combat. To Eureka moment. Forest. Draw 2. And on battlefield. Now I have a couple of things up, right? I have Divine, Divide by 0, also Burying Books. I think it's just Burying Books on the effigy. Find another land. Wow, I'm really... So far I've been hitting lands with every trigger. Definitely sweet. Okay, so that makes me only take 2 here. And next turn we know I'm going to make 2 4/4s, which is pretty nice. My opponent down to 1 card. Yes. Doesn't really matter what I play here, right? Another land hit. Wow. We're getting there, team. We are getting there. If I survive the next turn, I feel very good about my odds. Not sure if I should have double blocked there, but I think this was fine. Whenever blah 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 attacks, pay 1, discard a card if you do draw a card. Whenever you discard 1 or more non-land cards, you may exile 1 of them from your graveyard. If you do, you may cast it. Okay, okay. That's a bit of value. I could attack with a 4/4. Opponent is most likely double blocking them with like Pledge Mage Adapt, so that's not a lot of Divide by 0 value. I think I'd rather use this on opponent's turn. Just play out this, keep Reject and Divide by 0 open. It's very good to me. So much card advantage, so much mana. I know that I have 2 more of the create 2/2 elementals. Oh, so now they discard a card. And now opponents, and if you discard one or more non-land cards, exile one of them from your graveyard, you may cast it this turn. That's pretty cool. Ooh, I could have just straight up rejected that, right? Why I did not? Wow, another land. Sick. Yes, please. So I would like to keep up reject here. Okay, opponent is done with it. Opponent's seen enough. Looks like my opponent's deck is not quick enough here. So I saw multiple effigies. Yeah, because there's one here, right? It's like a red-blue deck with simply too many creatures, too little spells. Or maybe that's just how my opponent drew. We're going to be on the draw here. I think I like my land count as is. Pretty fine with drawing a few extra lands. Have quite some big spells to cast. Yeah, I could skip one, but I honestly have no clue what to put in the deck, Marnik. That's the problem with train wrecking your draft. Like if I had something good to put in, then yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm all about honesty. Field trip here seems insane. That gives me a 4/4 on turn 4. Top decking the apprentice is even better. Like we can't really complain about how our deck has been handling these two games so far. Okay, that's a heated debate that I can get behind. I'll field trip, get a land, and I'll probably get an elemental summoning. Like running this out on turn 4 is just great. Yeah, I don't think there's any reasonable alternative here. Blocks the Pledge Mate really nicely. Okay, that's something to ramp towards. I like it. So turn 6 will probably be the colony, if I don't draw anything else, and then turn 7 will be the first of hopefully many masterpieces. Ooh, that's interesting. Definitely running that out. Opponent did not play a land. Not sure whether I want to be greedy and hold the masterpiece to go for the route I play. Like I do have the lands. Okay, opponent scoops it up, only red mana. And we get our first win with this train wreck of a deck. We're not sad about it. It was a rematch win, it seemed. Well, the deck is doing stuff. Like the mana base could be better and some cards I would rather not play. How are you this lucky? Well, yeah, what can I say, Marnik? Sometimes. And yeah, well, in before this becomes a 1/2, right? So how can you be this lucky? Smithy666 UK. I'm not a big fan of using 666 in whatever online username. But hey, here we are. So I got a turn 2 apprentice in turn 3 inspiration, which is very good. My opponent does not remove my apprentice here on the spot. I feel pretty ahead. Of course we're not blocking this, thank you very much. I assume. Yeah, getting a removal spell. It's fair. I think I'll just run out the runner. It blocks the fanatic pretty cleanly. Don't think there's a need to run out my inspiration here. The flyer is definitely a nice inspiration target. And then I can also pick up a 4/4 for turn 5. So I think I'm doing that. So let's kill this. Get myself a nice little 4/4 and pass the turn. Okay. There's another one. And there's a cram session, which is probably getting a 2/1. Yeah. 2/1s is nice with the Lorette. Opponent threatening to do quite it's good. Could definitely leave the test of talents up, like I know what is coming. And then I have this turn 6, this turn 7, right? I have quite a hard time to deal with the flyers. Countering the flyer here seems pretty good. I think I'm going to leave up the test of talents here. Like it's 4/4 is good, but it's not that good. And I don't have much that deals with flyers, so I think I'll just pass here. Pass here. Won't getting in with the flyer. 16, that's an 8 turn clock right there. Test of talents this. Assuming any invite. Oh, we can see the entire deck now. Okay, so there's a Vanishing Fur. Yeti, the Defend the Campus. Island Shields Mage, Auric, another Island Shield Mage. Okay. Heavy on the flyer plan. Alien and Eliminate. So, when it comes to removal, we have an Eliminate. We have the Defend the Campus, and we have the Vanishing thingy. Okay, Eliminate is good against my deck. That basically kills all my... Yeah, so their removal is pretty spot on. Only the Vanishing Verse is pretty bad, since most of my big creatures will be colored. Ooh, that's very good. I think that's just what I play. Yeah, that's what I play. Let's go. That has reach, and that is very good. Okay, opponent upkeep scrying. I don't recommend upkeep scrying, because whatever spell my opponent drew, he won't be able to, he or she won't be able to play it anyway. That's good. Guess we'll go for the 4/4s here. We do have the option of offering the Symmetrist, right? We can also offer both. Yeah, we can offer both, I think. I think we can be the aggressor here. Let's go. Yeah, so a nice 6. 8 to 4/4s. Opponent upkeep scrying again. Whatever spell they're drawing. It's likely not matter. The exile thingy, exile of one color, is good against the Symmetrist. Yeah, and Smithy scooping it up. I could board in the area list. So what's good about the area list is that it kills a flyer, which I can use. Board out the react and then put in the area list. I think that's wise. I think an extra flyer cannot hurt this kind of deck. Iffy 666 UK. We got 2 green, and Smithy scoops him up. And we're to 0. Sometimes happens as well. Okay, well, let's dive in. It seems like we're running on a streak of luck, so Let's continue to hit it. Master a Machu. And I can be on the draw or on the play. Like, I definitely have a draw mana base, right? I wouldn't mind an extra card. Question is, however, if my opponent is aggressive, get wrecked by that decision. I think I'm going to draw first here. And I'm very happy with this hand, so I'm going to keep this. And I've put my opponent on the play. Seeing a Quandrix Campus then is very good for me. Yeah, this is a very slow start. So this is definitely an opponent I want to be on the play against. On the draw against, so that's very, very nice. I'm going Simone. Simone is going to help me to some extra lands on the battlefield, which is nice. Nice little ramp. Don't use that first ability often, but given my current hand and given the speed of my opponent, I might. Okay, we're getting Prismari commanded, Simone getting dealt with, which is fair. And we'll go Apprentice, and then probably next turn we divide by 0 and get 1/5 many 4/4, 5 mana 4/4s. Play that on the turn after. So using the Harvest to pump up the Pledge Mage. Field Trip is also a possibility. This is close, this is close. This is close. Like, do I want a 4/4 next turn, or do I want to go even bigger? Like, this isn't a good divide target yet, right? Yeah, it's not a good divide target yet, and because of that, I think I'll go for the Field Trip. Like, I rather... Wow. Got some forests. Oh. Let's get the... Summoning is a 5 mana 4/4. I can get the summoning first, right? Then we can get the fractal later. So I'm going to take 3 of the Pledge Mage. That was a conscious decision. I expected to grow more. I rather bounce it after it grew a bit more. Here I can just go summoning, use the trigger, offer the trade, because I think the 3/1 is something that I want to get rid of. There's also a world where I just play out a colony. I'm on 3, 4, 5. Maybe this is not something I want to get rid of, given the fact that I have 2 colonies. Yeah, I'll take some extra damage here. Yeah, let's do that. Play this, get the Apprentice trigger again. Take the Compass and play out the Compass. That is just great. 3, 4, 5, 6. So soon these will be 4/4s. Can definitely offer the trade here, but I don't think that's a necessity. Opponent is most likely taking a trade, but do I want that? I mean, isn't more lands better? Not sure how greedy I should be here. Like, I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I already have 9 lands. I'll be able to play all of my spells. But I mean, it's also thinning my deck, right? It is also thinning my deck, but this is definitely a clock against my deck. Do have the colonies. It's close. This is close. I think it's no attacks for me. And the reason for that is that next turn I can play all of these spells. Take 3 here. Pondix Splash Mage not attacking is very good for me here. There's a card that does not really matter for me right now. Neither does that. Opponent left with 1 card. Play a couple of colonies here. Boom. This 1 mana extra, so that gives my opponent 7. I think I'll leave up the divide by 0 here and pass turn. Opponent upkeeps crying, it seems. Yep. Did put an upkeep stop, but not using it right now. Okay, opponent most likely forgetting the fact that colony has reach. Or would rather trade with a colony while they still can. Or at least offering the trade, so happy to take that given that I have 2 more. Mind Karok, sure. It might be better to just bounce the Pledge Mage here and to get my learn spell. 5, 6, 7. It's 8 with the forest. Yeah, and it's also an apprentice trigger. I think I'll go for it. Do I bounce? I think I'll bounce the Pledge Mage, get rid of the counter that's on it. The apprentice trigger. Okay, no hits this time. That's fair. First time I miss, I think. So I run. I think I'll get the summoning. Play out the land. I'll attack with the 4/4. Then use my heated debate. Is that even necessary? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can make a 6/6. Maybe it's just better to make a 6/6. Now I get the island. Guess I don't attack. Okay, so this game's I'm pretty far ahead. Pretty far ahead. Opponent can scry here. The opponent is basically top decking, right? They have a 2/2 in hand that they can play out. Outside of that, there's not a lot to be scared of here. Okay, Field Trip is a good card that allows them to learn. Will most likely bring them an even bigger fractal for next turn. 4, 8, 8 mana, so 8, 9. So can make a 7/7 fractal. Ooh, it's pests. They don't have fractals. That's good for me. I think I'll attack with the 6/6. See how they block. Attack with the 6/6. 2 4/4s. Do I want that? Could do that. Yeah, let's just pressure opponent while they are behind. I should use this moment in time to get him. Bait here. Find another land. I got so much lands out of my deck already. That's just insane. Okay. Cleared up the board a bit. Some more creatures. Next turn I have another insane attack and they probably need to start the 1/1s to jump already. Vortex Runner will be unblockable. Aye, that's a good card. Probably puts Prismari Command on the top. Most likely. Did though? What did they do? Choose land or non-land, or probably choosing non-land. Looking for whatever answer their deck might have. This is attack, 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 attack. I think it's time for me to start trading off here and pressuring them. And I think this is the best way I can do that. Could definitely like leave stuff back and be afraid, but I think they're on 14, so I only need to hit them a couple of times. Okay, so we're killing a colony, that's clear. Killing something else. Wow. That's not how I would have blocked, but hey. Who am I? I would have taken this moment in time to kill some more, but yeah, so I'm going to counter this. I can also let them get the non-land. Let's see, what does it do? Choose land or non-land, reveal cards until you reveal a card of the chosen kind. Put that card onto your hand. I think this is what I counter here, right? Yeah, let's counter it. Find another land if I'm lucky. Yes. Oh wow. Ugh. How many cards do I have 5 more lands in deck. None in hand. None in library. What's in the library? Eureka Moment, Decisive Denial. You have the Symmetrist as well. Still able to see the library, right? Yeah. Letter of Acceptance. Double Mage Duel. Double Mage Duel and Decisive Denial. Have quite the fight spells. My bounce spell extra good. They don't have that much top end. You have 1 elemental mastery. Basically it. Top end is very mediocre. We can win this. Damage, 2 cards. Pressure, artifact. Okay. Can win this. I don't have anything to sideboard here. My opponent is most likely going to choose draw here as well. Like I took draw. Probably correct for them to do the same. Opponent goes first. Okay. So far I've been blessed with my hands, and this one is also a keep. Can hold reject up turn 2 and 3, and then on turn 4 I can Eureka Moment, and that will bring me rather close to Masterpiece. It's not the best hand. I would have liked it to drop best. It's totally reasonable. I probably use this on turn 2. Okay, opponent going down to 6. Not a good sign for them. Hopefully I can counter something on 2. Yeah, hopefully I can counter their 3 drop. There we go. React the Pledge Mates. That's just insane. Trading off a very mediocre card for a very good card there is just very strong. I would definitely like to double Eureka Moment, but I don't think this is the time yet. It's a good card. That's an even better card. What do we do here? I think I take 4 once, and then the turn after I double divide by 0. I think it's very good. Yeah, so turn 5, copy divide by 0. Let me think, will I block with Ruta? No, let's not. Okay. You going to waterfall area list, which is totally fine. the land top on the field. Yeah, so now I can do a couple of things, but divide by 0 does not seem good here. So I'm going to double field trip probably and take 7. Is that wise? Is that wise? So I can double field trip, take 7. It's maybe a bit dangerous though. Maybe that's too dangerous. Yeah, leaving Ruta on the battlefield does also not accomplish anything, right? So I think I'll double field trip. Let's use full control. Double the field trip. Now I should get one of my bad learn cards, probably. Because I'm not discarding any of this, right? So I'm getting a good learn card. And I'm getting a bad learn card. Going to discard the bad learn card. Seems good. Okay, so now I'm taking 7. I have 7 mana on the board, so I can masterpiece next turn. I think that is correct. If masterpiece gets countered though, I'm very close to dying, but I'm going for it. Let's see. This gets countered, it's a toughie. Yep, okay. So going down to 2 here. I think I overplayed, I overstayed my welcome here. Think. I think I overstayed my welcome. I think I'm dead. Can play this. Opponent will bounce one of the things, right? Did the fight by 0 bring me anything? I don't think so. Say I play this. No, I'm just dead. I am just dead. Not dead on board, but if they use... Oh, they only have 4 mana. That's my only way out of this. If they don't find the 5th mana. Then I can maybe stabilize. Okay. Okay, I threw that game. I was too greedy. I think I was too greedy with the double field trip. There was no reason for me to do that there. That was just bad. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Maybe I should have boarded in my own flyer here. I don't think the flyer is that threatening. If I get a 2-drop on board, just jumping the flyer, or they need to use like a mage duel for it. Okay, I'll play first this time. Field trip on 3, feels good. Depends a bit on what I draw, but it's likely using 3. I could masterpiece on 2, play Ruta on 3, double field trip on 4. If I find a land, that's definitely a line. Don't even need to find a land for that, do I? Yeah, I do. To find 1 land for that. I think I can do that. I mean, I have 2 more masterpieces. I think that's very reasonable. Also, cram session. Don't have anything good to cram session for, is the thing. I do this. I think I want to find a land. No land. I'm still using Ruta and I'm hoping to find an untapped land next turn. Would be a bit uncool if I don't find a land there in 4 draws, but three draws. Aye, there's the lands. Going this. Copy. This time I'm on 20 still, and opponent is only dealing me 2. I'll get an elemental summoning. And I'll get another elemental summoning, I think. Or maybe I should get the fractal. Still have the cramp session anyway. Inspiration. Another Ruta. I think I'll just run out Ruta here again. And copy inspiration, that's also very good. Should keep in mind that I can't play too slow, but let's see. Cram session is not an instant, right? No. Could play out this. Could also play out this, leave the Burian books up. This is a clean blocker, right? This is the finals, and the final is 1-1. And I feel my deck is better. But the game that I lost, I was just too greedy. So I'm trying not to be too greedy here. Basically the thing. And I'm not sure what is not greedy. I think it's tough. It's honestly tough. I think I'll just play an elemental summoning. For me, it was either Ruta Burian Books or elemental summoning. The reason I chose elemental is because this does not die to a fight spell. They have no way of killing this with a Mage Jewel. Gives +1/+2, so none of their creatures would kill this with a Mage Jewel, which I really like. Yeah, so no blocks. That is very good for me. I think exclamation mark current also works now, Marnik. Yes. Oh shit, no. Let me see. Can I fix this? Add com. See. Add com. Add current. Yes, it worked. Okay, couple of things I can do here. What do I like? I can copy inspiration next turn. Can do Ruta. Ruta Karok or something. It's all my mana. Yeah, it's nice. I don't think I'm attacking. I have all the value in the world right here. There's no need to run in this 4/4 and get punished for it. Okay, the Eureka moment. They get to put in another land, so they might have 6 mana this turn. Yeah, they do. I think they need to deal with the Ruta. Let me see. This, copying this would kill these two. Copying Burian Books would bounce the 2/4s. Yeah, so what I could do is attack with the 4/4 and then double bounce. Sounds good, right? Attack with the 4/4 double bounce. Do you like that or? Double cram session or double fractal? Double fractal is not that good. That will be very small fractals. There will only be 3/3s. I don't like that. I think I am going to attack with the 4/4. Oh yes, I can definitely copy cram. Copying cram seems good. Let's see if I can rack them this way first. Yeah, looks good. I think I'll bounce the 2/2/4s. No, you know what? Yeah, bounce the 2/4s, kill the biomatician. Seems good, right? Bye. Bye. You can draw those in a sec again. Wordless cards, and I'll hit your magician in the face, and you have a 1/1. I definitely like copying the Lasting Marnik, but I'm going to do that probably like next turn or something. I mean, I could play out Ruta again, double cram session or something. What can they do with 3 mana on instant speed? We can look at the sideboard quickly. So I have 1 elemental summoning still. Oh, they commanded again. I have 1 spirit summoning. I have an introduction to prophecy. And I have a transformation. So I basically have 3 more reasonable lessons. What did they do? They did this. They killed my 4/4. What did they do? Did they discard it too? Yeah, they discarded reject and mage duel. Okay. It's aggro. Yes. 5. Probably just run out the colony. I can do this. Bounce the Ruta again. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get the value while I still can. I mean, there's nothing threatening on their side of the board and taking 3 damage next turn. So either I take a card, but I think the 3/2 is just better. I think the 3/2. Yeah, 4/4 with 2 damage on the kills it with the command. I was showing you the lessons why I missed it, but okay. Smartly leaving back the 1/1 because I would have snap blocked that. Happy to get the 1/1 off the board. Don't mind me. It's Uta leaves me with 6 mana. I think it's Ruta Colony or something. Oh no, I could double the summoning, right? Yeah, I can double the spirits. Basically, I'm just doubling every spell that I cast right now. Every spell that I have is copied with the Ruta as long as they don't deal with it. And the good thing about copying is that Ruta is still gets copied, I think. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, okay. Fine, fine. I thought the copy would still resolve, but apparently if the first spell gets countered, the copying does also not work. I'm not sure whether whether countering the summoning there was a good idea. What do we put on top here? Yeah, that's, I get it, Marnik, yeah. Okay, so I've been doing all these nonsense, and slowly but surely my opponent is getting the board here, and they are drawing some cards with that. So maybe I think I'm going to make 2 4/4s here. I think I still like doing this shenanigans. 4/4, there we go, and I attack with the 2/4. So it's a free attack. Now I have blockers for these. Opponent has a Eureka moment, so drawing 2. Plex assistant giving them some nice card value there, but isn't beating my Ruta. Okay, attacking with a 1/1. I snap block that. No reason for me to take 1 there. They want to kill a 4/4, fine. Yeah, sure. Use your mage jewels. I don't mind. I don't mind. Let me see. I can do Ruta colony. Can I copy the fractal summoning with Ruta? And is it then the same fractal as the other one, or how does it work with the expel? The answer is yes. I can basically make a very large fractal then. No reason to attack from me here. Can I end the turn? Okay, that is good. So I'm going to make 2. I can spend 3, 6, 7, 8 mana, so that's going to be 2 6/6s. That's good. Ooh, can I copy this? Yeah, I can. Let's copy this first. Or do I want? Yeah, let's copy this first. Let's use full control because I'm a bit afraid of what's going to happen. Couple of 4/4s. Go. Save the attacking for next turn. We have 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 4/4s that are attacking, and I can copy my inspiration to finish off whatever they block with. Good. Yeah. Okay, Marnik. This horrible draft just trophied pretty easily. That's yeah. Sometimes that happens. I'm not sure why, but apparently, Temur mediocre cards is an archetype that is rather successful. So I think I have a lot of good cards in the deck, right? I have an Apprentice, I have a Simone. Like, my 2-drops are insane. If I can choose a 2-drop in green, it's the Colony for sure. Like, Karok is a very mediocre card. So is Runner. Reject and Test of Talents were very nice. Ram Session I like a lot. I think my 3-drop spells are all great. Eureka Moment is great. Burying Books is great. 3 Masterpieces is turned out great. I haven't seen my Layla Invocation once. Symmetry is just a house. So the only thing sketchy about this deck, I think, are the Spined Karok. It's a Spined Karok. Maybe the Runner and the land base. And that's it, basically. Yeah, and the copy spell value was insane. My opponent not being able to kill the Ruta there was, yeah, was sad for them.